This is Tech Years. My name is Levi, and I'm coming to you from Chicago, where we are in the, I guess, close to Logan Square area. We're about a block away from the famous Margie's, and we're about another block away from Bang Bang Pie. So, as Tech Years, I actually have gone through probably 30 lenses. I don't know, I've probably had 9 or 10 different Sony cameras, and I really just wanted to give my take on some of the lenses. So, just to give you guys a take, let's lower the exposure here. Alright guys, hopefully that's a little better. I wanted to give my take on the basic Sony Kit Lens. This thing is one of the smallest kit lenses you're ever going to see, and it is something that's really impressive because it's just so tiny. Now, I'm actually vlogging on a fairly big rig here. Got an L behind me. So, I'm in front of one of the famous Chicago murals. I'd like to do one of these videos in front of a lot of the places we have here in Chicago. So if you're not from Chicago, or there's certain areas you want to see, let me know. But back to this kit lens. This is a 16 to 50 millimeter kit lens that actually is meant for APS-C. So this is something that can work on full frame, and I'll flip it over here in a second just so you guys have an idea what it's going to look like. But I'm filming right now on a 20 millimeter lens on a full frame, so it's a very different look. Just to give you guys an idea, here's the little B cam I have, and I just wanted to give you, this is what I'm filming with. So it's not too big, but obviously this is a much bigger rig than what we have here, the little ZV-1. But I really love the A7C, and I love how you're able to do multiple lenses with it. But a lot of you guys are going to be starting with an APS-C body, so the APS-C kit lens is actually a great place to start, or just going straight for something like this ZV-1. So what makes this kit lens so impressive is going to be the focal range. Generally, it's going to be giving you about a 24 to 75 range, which is really impressive. Now, aperture is only a 3.5 to I think it's what, 5.6. So you're not going to get an amazing depth of field, but you're still going to get something that you can put on any Sony E-mount lens camera and just make it super small. So let's throw this on the A7C and see how it looks. All right, so obviously we have a little bit tighter field of view. We're at 24 millimeters equivalent. I can stretch out, so it's not that bad going from 20 to 24, but we are losing a little bit of the aperture here. But at the same time, when I'm in the bright sunlight, the 3.5 isn't too bad. Now, I did have to lower my shutter speed because it wasn't quite right, but if I'm vlogging with this lens, all of a sudden I actually have a really tiny camera setup. All right, so if we look at the camera from over here, you can see everyone, this thing is just tiny. It's super cute. I love just shooting where you have just a small setup. It's the reason why I didn't like shooting with a big 24 to 70 millimeter lens. Hey guys, this is Levi. I actually had a quick thing I forgot. Just to give you guys a size comparison of this. All right, bear in mind, this is giving you the equivalent of 24 to 75. That is a 24 to 100, which is about the same size as your 28 to 75 from Tamron. It's actually smaller than your 24 to 70 from Sony or Sigma. And even if you wanted to stay with APS-C and do the 17 by 70 or to 70 that they have, this is about the same size, give or take half an inch. And again, all right, take a look at that. See how big it is? Look at this. It's super cute. So nothing is going to get even close to this size. And having something that you can just pocket away and take with you is the reason a lot of YouTubers, even if they have all this equipment, still get something like a ZV-1, where this is something that's all contained. This is good to go. So that's an awesome camera to have, and maybe you go with that as your first camera. But if you're gonna get something where you can swap the lenses, this is something that you can't really beat this size. It is awesome. And even though I love this lens, this is my daily lens on my A7C. I love this 24-100. I'll have a review on that. You guys let me know what you want to compare it to. But this thing is just cute to have. And this is something I know if I give to my wife, she is not as intimidated by having this giant camera. It's just really easy to use. And it's one of the reasons I like the A7C, not for me, because I have an A7R, but I can give this to my mom, my wife, and it's something they can just use really easily. And this, with a little power zoom rocker, you guys take a look there, is actually really easy to zoom in, zoom out, where you don't have to have the best experience. Keep it on auto, especially if you're just starting out, and you're gonna get some cool images and have fun doing some video and photos. All right, back to the regular review. Or having something like the 16-35 really gets big. So having a nice 20mm or small, having this is even tinier. This is crazy. And it's still really impressive and really nice. Hopefully that looks pretty good to you guys, but let's go ahead and put the 20mm back on here. So really the point of getting this lens is just to have something super small, have a nice focal range. Maybe you're not getting the best bokeh or blurry background. And honestly, the quality you're getting from it is good, but not great. What we're getting from the new iPhone 12, from some of the Samsung camera phones, potentially you're gonna get better quality images from even that kind of lens. And you're gonna be surprised if you're buying an APS-C camera, and I would recommend something like the 60-100 to start off with. This is only $100. Used, this is about $100. So for $100, you can't expect much, but you're going to be able to zoom in. You're going to be able to start kind of getting a really good camera setup. And just keep this in your bag because it's so small. But what I would say is if you're going to upgrade to anything else, start with some primes. Getting an APS-C camera and then going with like a Sigma lens with the 16-30, the 56, or some of the Viltrox ones that are amazing with really fast apertures. You're getting a lot of light coming in there. You get incredible bokeh. All of a sudden, your APS-C camera becomes amazing just by getting one of those lenses. So if you want to get the body only and you know what you're going to shoot, where you can afford to do just one of those primes, which you can get for $200, $300, or $400, so maybe you're spending a little bit more, it's possibly worth it. But for $100, the fact that you can get this and then use this on any E-mount camera. I know some people were saying they use it as a lens cap on some of their other cameras, so they always are ready to go, which is true. If you have a camera and it's in your bag, you can't use it, or it's not set up, you don't have the right lens, what's the point? So having something that's ready to go, that's always on you, that's light, that's easy, it goes a long way. So this is one I generally just always keep with me, even though I have the 16-35, even though I have a lot of other lenses. This is one that's just super handy. You can keep it in your bag, keep it in your pocket, and you're gonna be just fine using it. Now, I will say that everything else Sony makes is gonna give you a sharper image. So if this is what you have and you're debating on what your next lens is, just know all the other lenses from any other company pretty much is gonna be a bit better than this. All right, so it only gets better. This is really just for the ease of use, just for having something simple and small. But if you're let down at all by your APS-C camera, if you get a 6000, a 6100, a 64, 66, and you're like, man, I wish the image was a little better, it does get better. This is just really nice to have. Guys, hopefully you appreciated that video. If you're in Chicago, definitely check out down Milwaukee. There's a lot of nice places here. There's an awesome brewery just down the street. Bang Bang Pie is amazing. And something I just want to show off my city and hopefully help you guys make some better lens choices or decisions. If this video helped you out, give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and shoot me a comment below.